All right, y'all. So I have a little dilemma. I am trying to figure out if I should stick with Swift and SwiftUI and build natively for iOS, or should I use Flutter for build a cross-platform or React Native? I'm familiar with all three. I'm really good. I'm much better with SwiftUI now because I've been, going crazy with it this year and built 11 apps this year. Um, and I've done React Native, and I love React Native. I also did an internship where I worked with Flutter, but it was cool. I like Flutter. I don't necessarily love it. I think it's so cool how like you can ship pretty much everywhere, even the web. I think the Google team, the Flutter and Dart team are working on that, or the Flutter team is working on that, making sure like web actually performs well. Because I was playing around when I was like, this ain't really it. I want to build a web app with Flutter, but it's still cool. Right, it really is like build one, ship everywhere. But here's what I'm at. So this MoFoods, when I was building this, it really felt like I was building three apps in one, right? And it's using Firebase. Firebase 100% for everything. Even the AI recommendation is using Gemini, which is kind of like built into the SDK. I think it's but like it comes with Firebase now. It's like in there, easy to plug and play, right? And you got the save your favorite places, the AI, food recommendations for preferences, the groups where you can create your group and create events, right? And say who's going, who's not going, things like that. Now, people have asked me, especially at demo day at BuildSpace. So this is day three, which is demo day, where you show off your project at BuildSpace. I attended the IRL event for season 5 of Nights and Weekends, right? And I showed off my app, and you can see I have red flags in the back because I knew people were gonna like that one, and I showed off some other stuff I was building. But anyway, here's me showing off MoFoods, and people came up to me even before I was out there. They were like, "Yo, are you gonna put this out for Android? Like, are any of your apps on Android?" And the only app I have on the Google Play Store is MoMuffins, which is a game I built with like Unity and C Sharp back in like February, March. And it hit me like, so the other app I was gonna build is called Full House, which is an easier way to live with roommates. And not all your roommates are gonna have the same phone, like an iPhone. They might have an Android, right? So it makes sense to build cross-platform apps for that. For using React Native, Expo, or Flutter, um, and that was my approach for like, okay, when someone asks me when are you gonna build an Android apps, it's like when it makes sense to, like when a friend group or whatever, it needs to exist on both platforms. I could build a web app with Next.js and React. I'm gonna dive back into that, but it's much better to have a mobile app, right? And so like when people are going to be creating groups and stuff, and there's going to be probably more of a social aspect to this, well, your friends are probably going to want to join in, and they have an Android, so it's like, oh, bummer. Now the backend is made with it's done, it's Firebase, right? I just need to change the front end. I just basically I just need to rebuild this either with Flutter or React. And question is, what do I do? What should I go with? I'm making this video because one, I'm documenting the whole journey of me making money off my apps, which I've successfully done. Now it's to keep going, and also wanted to get your opinions in the comments. Like, what do you think I should do? Does it make sense? Because I don't mind building this all over again. The UI is going to change. It's going to look a lot different. It's going to look so much polished, so much cleaner. Let me see if I can get the sketch thing going. Sketch designs, like, it looks good on here, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I should do. And remind me later. It makes sense to use a cross-platform tool like this wasn't done, like Flutter or React Native. And I was thinking like, again, when I worked with Flutter over during the internship, I wasn't a fan of I wasn't a fan of nested widgets and how that looked, and playing around with that. And Dart wasn't. Yeah, I just wasn't a fan of it, but I don't mind getting back into it because I still think it's cool to play around with. But I'm real cool with JavaScript and comfortable with that. And yeah, maybe I am answering my own questions. This is why I'm good. It's good to talk to yourself and record this. I would love to hear y'all comments and feedback, even though people don't really watch these like that. Again, this is good to document the journey. So yeah, I'm debating. Oh, and also payments. So if I do use like React Native or Flutter, I don't have to use UI Kit or not UI Kit, StoreKit. I don't have to use StoreKit for that. I can use Revenue Cat or Stripe, and I'm probably gonna play around with Cat, just based on what people have said. So that's what's going through my mind right now. Swift UI, uh, React Native with Expo, Flutter. Yeah, trying to figure out what I should do, and if friends want to, I don't want to exclude anyone. But the reason why I'm good with Swift because I've been playing around with it this whole year. I wanted to get good at one thing, and also I want to build for the Vision Pro. And what better way to do that than with Swift, of course, right? Even though I think you can port your apps when you build it with Flutter and React Native. But yeah, I would like to know what y'all think. But I think I gotta think about it a little more. But I gotta make this decision like this week and figure that out. All right. It's the what's it call it? It's the question everyone's always asking. Like, what should I build? Which one should I use? So this is what I'm stuck with. Let me know what y'all think.